Hi, Abhijit. So firstly, give us your introduction.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Abhijit Panda. I belong to what MBA aspirants very dearly call the GEM category, General Engineer Male. I secured a 10 CGPA during my 10th standard, a 92.17% during my 12th, and 8.64 CGPA during my engineering. And I secured a 99.84 percentile during CAT 2022. And I converted IIM Calcutta, MDI. And I also have a fair shot at FMS and IIM Kolkata given the waitlist number. And I will be joining IIM Calcutta this year. So yeah, that's it all.
Okay, great. Congratulations. So when did you decide that you want to go on this journey of MBA?
I decided it way back, even when I was doing my engineering itself. So this is my third attempt of CAT. The first time I gave it, it was CAT 2020. And that time I didn't prepare much and I scored a 64 percentile. And after that, I prepared with Elitesgrid, but the first time like I gave that attempt, I did not score that high. I scored only, I think, 86 or 88 percentile during that time. And this time I improved a lot.
Okay. So comparing from last year to this year, बहुत ही vast difference है 84 percentile से 99.8. So what do you think आपने different किया?
What I did different this time is I feel that everything I did, it was accounted for. I maintained a diary that every day I used to wake up and I used to jot down whatever I have to complete on that particular day. So I feel I had a very clear mental picture every day, whatever I had to do. And apart from that, what Hani sir had said that we need to revise a lot. So I revised a lot this time. Like I had that written down, whichever topic I need to revise. And towards the end, before CAT, quants and LRD, I had practiced a lot of questions that I had missed out on last year. And VARC was my strong side. So, yeah.
Okay. So since this time आपने सोचा कि आपको practice ज़्यादा करनी है, so शुरुआत से first few months जब देखते हैं तो एक कोर्स completion का process चलता है, उसके बाद mocks पे आते हैं. So what was your journey? मतलब आपने शुरू के months में क्या किया?
शुरू के मंथ्स में मैंने यही किया कि सर जैसे सिखाते हैं तो बेसिक्स पहले कवर कर लिया क्लासेस से. उसके बाद में मैंने क्या किया था, हर चीज जैसे क्वांट्स में ब्रेक डाउन किया था कि अरिथमेटिक अलजेब्रा जैसे मतलब डिविजन्स है. तो पहले जब एक बार हो गया तो मैं जब दूसरे अभी कोई पहले अरिथमेटिक पढ़ा के अगर अलजेब्रा पढ़ा रहा है तो अभी फिर से मैं अरिथमेटिक भी उसके साइड बाय साइड रिवाइज करता था और उनके ही असाइनमेंट्स लगाता था. तो उसी तरह से मैं बोलूंगा कि प्रैक्टिस बहुत हो गई थी. और जब मॉक स्टार्ट हुए दैट वाज आल्सो अकाउंटेड फॉर इन द वे दैट कि मैंने बहुत एनालाइज किया था हर मॉक्स को. तो हर मॉक्स के बाद मैं अपने मिस्टेक्स भी जॉट डाउन करता था कि क्या मिस्टेक्स हुई है और जो मैं टारगेट करूंगा कि नेक्स्ट मॉक में ये मिस्टेक तो ना ही हो जो कि पहले मॉक्स में ऑलरेडी हुई है. तो मैं ये भी लिखता था कि अगर मैं मिस्टेक्स ना करता तो जो स्कोर है वो कितना इंप्रूव होता. तो मेरा वही टारगेट था कि एटलीस्ट मेरे साइड से मैं जो कर सकता हूँ बेस्ट वो हो जाए. तो वही था मॉक्स में टारगेट में.
ठीक है. सिंस आपने ये बता दिया कि VARC तो आपका स्ट्रॉन्ग सूट था एंड क्वांट्स पे आप साइड बाय साइड कर रहे थे एंड व्हाट वाज विद LRDI, क्या चल रहा था?
LRDI में मैं बोलूंगा कि प्रैक्टिस तो इम्पोर्टेंट है ही, जैसे कि क्वांट्स में था प्रैक्टिस बहुत था इस साल. बट द मोर इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग विद LRDI इज द टेम्परामेंट ड्यूरिंग द एग्जाम. क्योंकि आप पहले VARC अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हो तो ऑलरेडी टायर्ड होकर जाते हो दूसरे सेक्शन में और वही सेक्शन से डिसाइडिंग फैक्टर रहता है. इवन अपने साल जो कैट 2022 भी हमने दिया तो LRDI आई थिंक मतलब सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट सेक्शन था क्योंकि वो बहुत मुश्किल था. तो एक काम माइंडसेट रखना उस टाइम पे और जितने सेट्स आपसे हो रहे हैं उतने कंप्लीट करना, वो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है LRDI में. तो मैं बोलूंगा कि नॉलेज तो चाहिए ही बट कामनेस टेम्परामेंट वो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है LRDI के लिए.
ओके. एंड एवरी डे की अगर बात करें तो आपने कैसे डिसाइड किया कि मतलब इतना टाइम इसको देना है सिंस यू आर आल्सो वर्किंग, सो दोनों चीजों का कैसे डिवीजन हुआ?
तो मैं बोलूंगा कि मैं बहुत लकी था कि मेरे को ज्यादा वर्क प्रेशर नहीं थी. तो मैं दिन में बहुत ज्यादा टाइम मिलता था मेरे को. तो जैसे मैं कि एक चीज भी कवर कर रहा हूँ तो उसके साथ साथ पुराना भी रिवाइज कर रहा हूँ. तो आई यूज टू गेट अराउंड 8 hours or 6 hours minimum per day. Even when I had my projects, I used to find time. I used to sleep less that time and I used to cover everything. और उसके अलावा मैं रिवाइज भी कर लेता था. तो वैसे ही मतलब जो अभी चल रही क्लासेस में that I used to cover, and apart from that, whatever was previously covered, I also used to cover that again and again. So that was my whole strategy, repetition.
Okay. And coming to mocks, how many mocks you must have given, including the sectional as well?
Including the sectional, I think it will be around 50, but only if you count the full length mocks, I think around 35, 35 to 40, I think.
35 और सो। तो इतने मॉक्स देते हैं तो एक स्ट्रैटेजी भी डिफाइन हो जाती है एंड डे पे कि आपको ये फॉलो करना है। बट सिंस शुरू के मॉक्स देते हैं यू ऑल्सो रियलाइज कि अभी पहले क्या देना है, बाद में क्या देना है, आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी चेंज होती रहती है। सो सिंस आपने शुरू किया अपने मॉक्स, क्या स्ट्रैटेजी आपने ली है ना गोइंग फॉरवर्ड?
Strategy was very straightforward. Actually, for VRC, my strategy was very well defined from the past year. That strategy was what Saja said has already described in the classes, and that participants will already get to know. But I think for LRDI in fonts, what my strategy was that in LRDI, I have to only pick the easiest question and then the second easiest. And if I'm not able to do like the second set, then I will try to use the options that Hani sir had taught us. So that was the strategy of LRD. And also there was one goal in my mind that whatever happens in LRD, I still have to give my best in quants. And even in quants, if you pick the easiest, I think around 15, 16 can be done. That was my entire strategy for LRD and quants. And VRC, I think it was pretty much defined since the past year.
ओके एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड मॉक्स के बाद एक लास्ट मंथ जो होता है वो बहुत क्रूशल होता है, अक्टूबर नवंबर का। सो उस टाइम आपकी कैसी प्रिपरेशन चल रही थी, कितनी बार रिविजन आपने किया, क्या था वो लास्ट मंथ का एक ड्यूरेशन का टाइम पे क्या चल रहा था?
तो लास्ट मंथ में अनफॉर्चुनेटली तभी मेरे प्रोजेक्ट पे बहुत प्रेशर था अराउंड अगस्त सितंबर। तो तभी मैंने एक बहुत बड़ा डिप देखा था अपने मार्क्स में, क्योंकि मैं आधे नींद में देता था मार्क्स, मेरे को टाइम नहीं मिलती थी। तो दैट टाइम आई हैड अ वेरी बिग डिप, सो मेरी परसेंटाइल इन मार्क्स मतलब बहुत नीचे आ गई थी। और बट फिर अराउंड नवंबर आई अगेन पिक्ड अप, लाइक इट इम्प्रूव्ड एंड वी आई टुक अ हॉलीडे दैट टाइम अराउंड 3 weeks, so that also helped. That also helped to improve my mock scores during that time. Yes, it is a bit of stressful month because you are very close to the actual test. But yes, for mock that happened, and revision I had already revised a lot of times. So I just had to go through it once more. Like on the final revision I did on November first from first week. So that was it. That's what helped me.
ठीक है। सो ये अप डाउन चल रहा था आपके मॉक्स के अंदर भी। सो व्हाट हैपेंड ऑन द डी डे, वो कैसा गया आपके लिए?
So D-Day पे पहली VRC जैसे सेक्शन आया तो वो तो स्ट्रॉन्ग शूट था ही, वो अच्छा से हो गया और मैंने ऑलमोस्ट कितना 3-4 क्वेश्चन छोड़ के बाकी सारे ही अटेम्प्ट कर लिए थे। तो आई न्यू की VRC वाज प्रीटी गुड, बट गोइंग टू LRDI आई थिंक इट वाज वेरी टफ बिकॉज unfortunately finding the easiest set was very difficult because nothing was very easy. So first I picked up a set, I was able to solve it like completely. Then I moved to a different set which I thought I would be able to do, but it also was a very difficult one. I used the options, I used all the strategies that Hani sir had taught us during the last few months. So that helped to like complete it somehow. So that was for LRDI, and I had that in the back of my mind that attempts in LRDI was low, what compared to what I had used to do in the mocks. पर कोई टेम्परामेंट बना के रखना था कि क्वांट्स में अपना बेस्ट ही देना है. So I was able to manage like in quants that I secured a 99 plus percentile in the section. So that's how it went.
Okay.
I got 1-2, so I had to judge during that time itself that okay, LRDI is tough.
डिफरेंट आ गया था इस बार। तो अगर आपके स्कोर की बात करें एंड इंडिविजुअली तीनों सेक्शंस की बात करें तो आपका परसेंटाइल क्या था?
Okay, VRC में 99.89 थी, LRDI में 95 point something थी और quants में 99 point something था, इतना याद नहीं, बट quants और VRC में 99 प्लस था और LRDI में 95.
ठीक है। सो सिंस आपका VRC इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग सूट है, आपका परसेंटाइल भी बहुत हाई आया है VRC में, तो आप क्या टिप्स देना चाहेंगे जो आपने भी फॉलो की अपनी प्रिपरेशन में?
आप वही फॉलो करो जो साझा सर बोलते हैं, मैं बोलूंगा वही मैंने किया था. आई डिड दैट एंटायरली एंड दैट इटसेल्फ हेल्प. I think people will figure it out on themselves what they have to do for each of the sections. The hard part is that the journey for everyone will be relative. They will face their own challenges. If someone is a fresher, they have their own challenges, their semesters. If someone is working, they have their own challenges. So I think you can follow the teachers blindly. That will help you for each of the sections.
Okay. And apart than CAT, did you also think कि आपको कोई ओमेट्स भी देने हैं?
यस, मैंने IIFT दिया था, उसमें भी आई स्कोर्ड 98.99 परसेंटाइल। या तो वो भी अच्छी है।
ओके, सो सिंस आपका स्कोर काफी हाई है, परसेंटाइल बहुत अच्छा है, यू मस्ट हैव थॉट कि बहुत सारे कॉल्स भी आएंगे। सो उसके बाद आपकी इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन कैसे थी और कहाँ से ली आपने?
इंटरव्यू प्रेप मैंने थोड़ी अर्ली स्टार्ट करना था, तो मैंने एलिट्सग्रिड से नहीं लिया था। तो मैंने दिसंबर से ही इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन का स्टार्ट कर लिया था ऑलरेडी। एंड मैं बोलूंगा कि इंटरव्यूज भी वैसे ही है, मतलब यू कांट प्रेडिक्ट इट व्हाट विल हैपन, यू कैन जस्ट प्रिपेयर योर ओन undergraduate subjects. You can prepare some 1 or 2 subjects which you feel are your strong suit. And apart from that, you need to be updated, like current affairs, you need to be updated. You need to read the newspaper if you think that will help, or you can like follow any online source for that. So I think that will help itself. And interviews are also very relative and depends on how you can maneuver it, like how you can bring the interviewer's attention to your strong points.
ठीक है, सो अभी जब आपकी इंटरव्यूज एक्चुअली हो रहे हैं, लेट अस टॉक अबाउट योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ IIM कैलकाटा एंड MDI। क्या था, कैसा था वो इंटरव्यू?
तो आई थिंक पहले उन्होंने मेरे एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर्स पे भी कुछ फोकस किया था, मेरी एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर्स भी कुछ कुछ थी जिन पे फोकस किया था। और इंटरव्यू जैसे मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ कि इट्स वेरी रिलेटिव। तो आपके खुद के पर्सनल चीज़ों पे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे, और आपके खुद के ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड पे आपका एकेडमिक्स कैसा है और उस पर क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे, जो कि आपको खुद से प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा। जस्ट बी योर सेल्फ एंड आंसर एवरीथिंग दैट यू थिंक, लाइक व्हाटएवर इज देयर इन योर माइंड, दैट विल हेल्प. And for academics and current affairs, obviously you have to prepare, you have to be updated. So that's how interviews went. It was very like different. One interview was very different than the other. That's it.
Okay. Do you remember something specifically, that they asked you, and in that span of time you realized, okay, this is why I'm getting selected. My interview is going in a better direction. Do you remember something like that?
Yes, I think there was a very abstract question based on based on my uh, uh, application form, whatever I had written in the SOP. There was a very abstract question. I think presence of mind helped me there. And apart from that, I have a very good knowledge about history. I think they gave me a lot of current scenarios where they asked me my opinion, where I could give them an analogy of what happened in the past and what I think can happen here. But that is very subjective to me, because you never know if you're going to get such questions. But yes, knowledge of history helped me, and I think presence of mind also.
Okay. So lastly, what is that one advice that you would like to give aspirants जो आपको देख रहे हैं? Since of course you have a great score, great percentile, they would want to know कि आपकी क्या strategy थी, whatever you can tell them.
Yes. So many people start their journey with some targets in their mind. They have some specific percentile they're targeting, or some of them target the IIM ABCs or the top 6 IIMs. That's great. It works for a lot of people. But I will say, in my personal opinion, don't target anything. Don't focus on the result itself. I consciously always try to not focus on the result and focus more on the preparation side of it. So, hard work itself is not sufficient. It is just a prerequisite. You need to do your hard work, but it needs to be coupled with God's will to succeed. You can call it luck, fortune, whatever you want, but it alone will not be sufficient. So I think having a long-term vision helps you. I think like it will sound very idealistic, but if you aim to be a good human being first, who can work hard to bring a positive impact, that will help. And there is a very specific reason I'm saying that. So this was not my first attempt. And even during the past attempts, I have encountered multiple other people who, despite scoring high percentages in their CAT, could not convert the top 6 IIMs. Or some of them didn't even get the calls just because of some other reason in their track record. But, I don't feel they are any worse off. And even during the mocks, it's a journey of ups and downs. It's a mixture of both. The hope is that on the CAT day, the score or percentile is greater than or equal to the best score that you have done on your mocks. It happens. It happened with me, but the opposite also happens for some people. Like you sometimes score lower than what you have scored on the mocks. That happens. I don't think people are any worse off than they were. Like anyone who has worked hard, they have worked hard. But sometimes it doesn't go your way, what you want. So if you define your entire existence on that one target that you have, you might be disappointed. So I think it is worth aiming that be a good human being first. I think Sagar sir mentioned it on the last day, on his last class before CAT, that be kind to others if you get into the ABCs. But in my opinion, if you are into the ABCs, if you are in the any other good B school, it doesn't matter. Even if you plan to not pursue an MBA altogether, family, if you aim to be a good human being who can work hard, I think that is something of worth and that is something of value. And in due time, credit will be given to you. So that's my advice.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for your advice and your wisdom. I'm sure जिसको भी ये सुनना था is helped in one way or the another. And thank you so much for being with us. We are really thankful that you took out time for us, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks you.
All the best.
Yeah.